What do you need to start a lash business from home? Today I'm going to cover exactly what you need to get started. I'm going to talk business, marketing, the whole shebang. Unfortunately, lots of trainings don't cover what you actually need to get started with lashing. They cover techniques, all that stuff, but the business side of things is left out. So if you are someone who's experienced that, comment below. It's really nice for other people to hear your experience, and we would love to hear as well what you feel like you've learned on your own that really helps you thrive within your business. Let's get into it, but first, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do the whole thing so that you're always notified when we launch brand new lash content, and we do it all the time. Number one, get a good lash certification. Don't just go to the first person you find on Google, do your research. I cannot voice how important this is. Some trainings are, let's say, 1 to 2 days and you learn classic, hybrid, volume, mega volume. Sorry, I know no one wants to hear that, but honestly, you cannot learn classic, volume, hybrid, mega volume in a 1 to 2 day course. It takes a long time. Start off with classics and then move up from there. Master the fundamentals first, then move up. I do want to add to that, in the US and actually in lots of other places in the world, you need an esthetician's license in order to legally run your lash business. So make sure you do your research, figure out, do I need an esthetician's license, or is doing just a lash course totally fine for me? If you have questions about this, let us know. We talk to people from all around the world. We can likely help you. When you're looking for training, make sure your training covers so much stuff. So I'm covering a lot about business right now. Make sure that there's business knowledge in your classic training. Make sure there's styling, mapping, direction, placement, curl theory, diameter theory, weights. You want to make sure your course covers everything. Here's a little bit of an outlook on what we cover in our course. Take a screenshot. All of our courses, actually, we do online trainings and in person, but no matter where in the world you are, you can totally do lost artistry trainings. And I promise you, you'll come out and love it. Outside of that, take a screenshot, look through. You want to make sure the course is so detailed, not just like application placement, stuff like that. You really do need a solid foundation. Just to put it into perspective, our classic manual is well over 200 pages. We have over 150 video modules in there, quizzes, exams. It's really extensive, and all of that cannot be done within a day. If you're curious about our trainings, just want to check them out, head right here, courses.lostartistrylash.com. Number two, you need a setup. This does not have to be expensive unless you have lots of money that you can invest into it, but it can be as little as what I paid for my setup because I was poor as. I paid $300 and I had everything that I needed to get started. I had a lash light, a very good lash light that's really important. I had a setup that just included a bed, really cheap, I actually got it used, a couple blankets, pillow, and a chair that's adjustable so that you can move around your client. That's all you truly need for your setup. And of course, somewhere to lay your products. But you can get crafty. Actually, in fact, I started lashing on my mom-in-law's couch, and it was not a great setup, and I didn't have proper lighting. And I'm gonna be quite honest with you, I didn't have enough, and my sets were definitely compromised. So you don't have to spend a lot, but you do definitely need those few essentials. Kit-wise, there's so much that you need. You need lots of curls, you need glues, tweezers, like I already said. We do have a video on this, and it's more specific, and it's really detailed on exactly what you need to get started. I'm gonna link that below, and also, if you're watching on YouTube, you can click this video right here. Check it out. Number three, you need to get yourself a business license and insurance. A business license basically is just the government stamp of approval saying, okay, you can run a business here. So you want to do that. And insurance-wise, you need to cover your butt. Let's say something happens and you have, I don't know, a natural disaster. You have a fire in your house, whatever, all your products, gone. Your whole setup, gone. That's gonna be on you to replace it, but if you have insurance and that happens, or someone gets hurt in your service, they fall when they're going to your service, anything like that is covered if you have insurance. How are you gonna do that? Honestly, call a bunch of different insurance companies. Just Google insurance companies near me. Call them up, tell them exactly what you're needing insurance for. They've seen it a million times, they're super helpful. But I do have a piece of advice. Don't go with the first insurance company you call. Get quotes, because insurance companies are notorious for overcharging. So get a couple quotes, see which one's the cheapest, make sure it covers what you need, and then definitely go for that. You wanna make sure that you're covered within your business. Number 4, open a business account. Don't mess your business money with your personal money. It can get really confusing at tax times. Take it from me, I've done it. Awful experience. It took me hours and hours and hours and hours and hours to unravel the hot mess that I made of my bookkeeping. Which leads me to the next point. Get a good software to do accounting and bookkeeping with. There's so many options out there. I personally love QuickBooks, really user-friendly, so easy to learn, and you can keep all your bookkeeping in there. Another piece of advice, again, from my poor mistakes in the beginning, I did not know what I was doing when I started my business, so I made a lot of mistakes, which is nice now because I've learned from them and I can share them. I didn't realize I kept like all my receipts in like this bag, and I didn't realize how important it was for me to upload them just every day. Do it quick. If you have expenses that you're using for your business, you buy your lash bed, you buy your new light, you buy your lash supplies, keep all of those seats organized and in your recording app. So your bookkeeping app such as QuickBooks. Just do it daily or weekly to keep up on it so you're not losing receipts, and so at the end of the year you're not panicking to get it all done. Same with money coming in and out. You can set it up so that you're automatically accepting, let's say, e-transfers into your own business account instead of into your personal, so that everything stays separate. So your business is one thing and you're another. Honestly, keeping this stuff organized is a lifesaver, and it saves so much stress. It does take time each week, but once you get into the flow, it's quite easy and will definitely benefit you. Next thing, find a business name. So here's what I like to think about when coming up with a business name. First of all, is it used? You don't want to use someone else's business name because that can cause trouble later when people are looking for you, they're finding someone else's lash business, which you don't want. Another thing is come up with a name that is memorable and something that's easily searchable, not something with a lot of underscores or numbers. Ideally something that people can be like, oh, I'm Lost Artistry Lash, or I'm, I don't know, Jenna's Lashes or something. I don't even know where that came from. I'm sure there's a Jenna's Lashes out there somewhere. So sorry, Jenna's Lashes, I just used you in this video. But something that is easy to search. Also, think long term. Let's say you're starting off as a solo lash artist working from home. It's not a big deal what your name is, but think about if you grow. If you have a salon, are you gonna wanna have to change your name and then have to get everyone to remember a new name? Or are you making a name that can grow with you throughout the entirety of your business? Next, we have to come up with pricing. A lot of people ask, how much do you charge for services? And I find it really difficult to answer that question because every city, country, town, every place has a different norm when it comes to pricing. So what I price my services at is high-end here in Victoria, BC, Canada, but I've talked to people even in Toronto, which is also in Canada, and their prices are way higher, but I wouldn't even have any clients in Victoria if I tried to price that much. So what I suggest doing is doing your market research. So look at your business. Am I working from home? Am I working from a salon? What is my atmosphere like? How much experience do I have? All that kind of stuff. Look at that and then look at everyone around you. It takes some time to do this, but go online, look up at-home lash salons, look up, a good way to look up places is, for example, in Victoria, our airport tag is YYJ. So I hashtag YYJ lashes, and then you see a ton of these artists. You can go on there, look at how much their price lists are, and really find out what the happy medium is. You don't want to overcharge, but you don't want to undercharge either. You can always, as you grow, raise your prices, but that doesn't mean that you want to undercut the market. That doesn't do anything for you, and it doesn't do anything for the whole market in your area. If you're curious about how to increase your prices, I have so many tips on how to do that. Reach out below, we can send you another video. Next, get experience under your belt and view it as an investment. You wouldn't believe how many people I talk to who are like, how do I get more clients in the door? How do I get more clients in the door? And when I suggest doing some free services, they're like, what? No, I'm not paying money to get clients to come in the door. But just like your training, you paid money to do that. Getting experience is so valuable, and the more people who are walking around your town wearing your lashes, the more business you get. They're walking advertisements. Everything is an investment. Now, that doesn't mean that you want to give everyone lashes for free always, but I have some tips and tricks on how you can do this that are really sneaky, but they seriously work. So first thing that I used to do was when I would go into high traffic areas and I would see someone whose eyes were beautiful, they have a high lash count, they have really nice, like just sparkling eyes. Example, at the grocery store, you know how many grocery store till ladies lashes I've done for free? So many. And they get you so many clients because they come, they see people all the time. Like people they don't even know are walking through their till over and over and over. And people are like, oh, where did you get your lashes done? You give those girls or guys some cards, give them out when people ask, tell them to do that or get them to post about you on social media. So many people will be excited to come in and see you. And you wanna do your best work on these clients. Like take your time, really focus on your mapping and make sure that the set shines. Another thing about doing lashes for free, and I don't suggest like picking a person and then forever their lash sets are free, but you do one set for free and then they're maybe hooked on your lashes. And then they come back again as a client. So you've given up one service, but then your return clients are your bread and butter. So those clients are coming back again and again, they're hooked on lashes and they can't get enough of your service. Next up, you have to market your business. So when it comes to marketing, exactly what I just mentioned just a couple minutes ago, that's totally marketing. But on top of that, get your own social media. Don't intertwine your personal with your business because I'm sure lots of people will like that. They like seeing what you're doing, but truly you want to keep it separate. Have your business page where you have your price list, you have your services, and people can go to see the lash sets that you're doing and the services that you're doing. Maybe you're not just doing lashes. Make sure you have your price list on there. One thing is so important, make sure you put your location in there. Not your house address or anything, but where you're located. So I'm in Victoria, BC. I need to have Victoria, British Columbia in my profile, my bio, because that way when people come to your page, they know that you are in their area and they can book with you. You wouldn't believe how many people don't do that on their social media, but it really is helpful. Also, social media is free. That doesn't mean it's easy to use. There are so many tips and tricks on how to maximize engagement and client reach. You can do promotions on there. Social media is amazing, but it's a beast. So if you have questions on how you can grow your social media, let us know. We have a course coming out actually about social media, everything that there is to know about social media in the lash world. But we also have some free videos on that as well. So ask us in the comments below if you're curious about seeing some more videos on that. I know it is really daunting, but there's ways you can do it and it doesn't have to be stressful. On that note about marketing, you can make a Google account so that your name comes up when people in your area search. Let's say I'm using Victoria again because that's where I live. Victoria, BC lashes, so that you pop up there. It'd be nice to not only have to rely on social media for marketing, and instead when people look it up, lashes in my area, lashes near me, your name pops up. So definitely get yourself a Google account and put your business on there. Outside of that, word of mouth, put your name out there, get a lash hoodie, wear it to the store, wear it to pick up your kids from school, and talk about your business to anyone who will listen. It's not annoying, you gotta do it. Next, do you want to accept just cash? Sneaky. Do you want to accept e-transfer, a POS system, so that you can accept debit, credit, all that stuff? There's so many easy ways to get POS systems. Actually, I talked about QuickBooks earlier. QuickBooks has a POS system. Also Shopify, Square, there's lots of options. You can just look up POS systems in US or POS systems in Canada and lots of stuff will come up. You can just look into it. All of them have a bit of a price that you have to pay to use the system. So just do a little bit of research, see what you jive with most, and then pick one if you want to do that. Or you can do e-transfer, but again, that does take a little bit of work because you want to make sure you're like keeping a list of the people who owe you money, because if you forget, let's say you have 10 clients in a day and 5 of them were supposed to e-transfer you and you're like, at the end of the day, you're like, was supposed to e-transfer me. Did she e-transfer me? Not really sure. So if you go the e-transfer/cash route, make sure that you have some kind of a system that works for you so that you know who's owing you and who has paid. From here, it just comes down to customer service, staying consistent with your work, making sure that you're always being professional. Now, I want to also just touch on that for one sec. Professional doesn't mean that you can't be yourself. Professional just means that you treat your customers and your business with respect and that you are very sanitary in your work. So make sure that your work speaks quality, your products are good quality, and that you are always valuing your customers and showing them amazing service. Professionalism definitely still can keep your personality. You don't have to pretend that you're some businesswoman if you are just chill and a normal human. And then on top of that, always make sure that you stay up to date with trends, grow your education. No course is a waste of money. Doesn't matter how many you do. You can do 3 classic courses, and by the end of it, you're like, whoa, I learned so much more. So education, 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 treating customers well, and having fun within your business. And don't be afraid of making mistakes. Mistakes are so valuable and teach you so much. The worst mistakes I made in my business were the best lessons, and I promise you, just skyrocketed my success. I truly believe in that. Every time I made a mistake in a lash set, I was like, oh, it stung for a second, curled up in the fetal position and cried a little. And then I was like, wait a sec, where did I go wrong? I'm still learning. And then I learned those lessons, and it was just like learn, mistake, 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 mistake. And it is so great for business. You grow so fast. If you don't make mistakes, what are you learning? If this video hit you well, awesome. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're still left with questions, it doesn't matter if it's related to business, lashing in general, absolutely anything. Us here at Lost Artistry, we have a team of artists, a team of amazing customer service reps, and we're all here to answer your questions. We are always happy to respond through DM on Instagram, chat on email. If you have any questions, also you can just drop them below. We always respond back to our comments. And seriously, if you have ideas about videos that we should be posting, let us know. We'll make them for you. Thanks so much for watching. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See ya.